Lille. Dutch, Rijsel, ʻrɛi and registered trademark ʻrɛi is a city in the north of France. It is the principal city of the Lille Métropole, the fourth largest metropolitan area in France after those of Paris, Lyon and Marseille. Lille is situated in French Flanders, on the Deûle River, near France's border with Belgium. It is the capital of the Nord-Pas de Calais region and the prefecture of the Nord department. The city of Lille, to which the previously independent town of Lomme was annexed on February 27, 2000, had a population of 226,827 as recorded by the 2009 census. However, Lille Métropole, which also includes Roubaix, Tourcoing and numerous suburban communities, had a population of 1,091,438. The eurodistrict of Lille-Kortrijk, which also includes the Belgian cities of Kortrijk, Tournai and Mouscron, had 1,905,000 residents. History. Origin of the city. The legend of Lille copyright Rick and Fernet puts the foundation of the city of Lille at 640. Although the first mention of the town appears in archives from the year 1066, some archaeological digs seem to show the area as inhabited by as early as 2000 BC, most notably in the modern-day quartiers of Fives, Osems, and Old Lille. The original inhabitants of this region were the Gauls, such as the Menapians, the Morans, the Atrebates, and the Nervians, who were followed by Germanic peoples, the Saxons and the Frisians, and the Franks later. From 830 until around 910, the Vikings invaded Flanders. After the destruction caused by Norman and Magyar invasion, the eastern part of the region was ruled by various local princes. The name Lille comes from insula or Lille, that is, the island, since the area was at one time marshy. This name was used for the castle of the Counts of Flanders, built on dry land in the middle of a marsh. The Dutch name for the town, Rijsel, has the same meaning. The Count of Flanders controlled a number of old Roman cities as well as some founded by the Carolingians. The county of Flanders thus extended to the left bank of the Scheldt, one of the richest and most prosperous regions of Europe. Middle Ages. A notable local in this period was a Permelvrad, who lived in the 9th century and participated in many of the day's political and military affairs. From the 12th century, the fame of the Lille cloth fair began to grow. In 1144 Saint Sauveur parish was formed, which would give its name to the modern-day quartier Saint Sauveur. The Counts of Flanders, Boulogne, and Hainault came together with England and East Francia and tried to regain territory taken by Philip II of France following Henry II of England's death, a war that ended with the French victory at Bouvines in 1214. Infante Ferdinand, Count of Flanders, was imprisoned and the county fell into dispute. It would be his wife, Jeanne, Countess of Flanders and Constantinople, who ruled the city. She was said to be well loved by the residents of Lille, who by that time numbered 10,000. In 1225, the street performer and juggler Bertrand Cordel, doubtlessly encouraged by local lords, tried to pass himself off as Baldwin I of Constantinople, who had disappeared at the Battle of Adrianople. He pushed the kingdoms of Flanders and Hainault towards sedition against Jeanne in order to recover his land. She called her cousin, Louis VIII. He unmasked the impostor, whom Countess Jeanne quickly had hanged. In 1226 the king agreed to free Infante Ferdinand, Count of Flanders. Count Ferrand died in 1233, and his daughter Maurice soon after. In 1235, Jeanne granted a city charter by which city governors would be chosen each All Saints' Day by 4 commissioners chosen by the ruler. On February 6, 1236, she founded the Countess's Hospital, which remains one of the most beautiful buildings in Old Lille. It was in her honor that the hospital of the Regional Medical University of Lille was named Jeanne of Flanders Hospital in the 20th century. The Countess died in 1244 in the Abbey of Marquette, leaving no heirs. The rule of Flanders and Hainault thus fell to her sister, Margaret II, Countess of Flanders, then to Margaret's son, Guy of Dampierre. Lille fell under the rule of France from 1304 to 1369, after the Franco-Flemish War. The County of Flanders fell to the Duchy of Burgundy next, after the 1369 marriage of Margaret III, Countess of Flanders, and Philip the Bold, Duke of Burgundy. Lille thus became one of the three capitals of said duchy, along with Brussels and Dijon. By 1445, Lille counted some 25,000 residents. Philip the Good, Duke of Burgundy, was even more powerful than the King of France, and made Lille an administrative and financial capital. On February 17, 1454, 1 year after the taking of Constantinople by the Turks, Philip the Good organized a Pantagruelian banquet at his Lille palace, the still celebrated Feast of the Pheasant. There the Duke and his court undertook an oath to Christianity. In 1477, at the death of the last Duke of Burgundy, Charles the Bold, Mary of Burgundy married Maximilian of Austria, who thus became Count of Flanders. At the end of the reign of the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V, Spanish Flanders fell to his eldest son, and thus under the rule of Philip II of Spain, King of Spain. The city remained under Spanish rule until the reign of Philip IV of Spain. Early modern era. The 16th century was marked by the outbreak of the plague, a boom in the regional textile industry, and the Protestant revolts. Calvinism first appeared in the area in 1542. By 1555 the authorities were taking steps to suppress this form of Protestantism. In 1578, the Hurlers, a group of Protestant rebels, stormed the castle of the Counts of Mouscron. They were removed 4 months later by a Catholic Walloon regiment, after which they tried several times between 1581 and 1582 to take the city of Lille, all in vain. The Hurlers were notably held back by the legendary Jean Maillot. At the same time, at the call of Elizabeth I of England, the north of the 17 provinces, having gained a Protestant majority, successfully revolted and formed the United Provinces. In 1667, Louis XIV of France successfully laid siege to Lille, resulting in it becoming French in 1668 under the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, provoking discontent among the citizens of the prosperous city. A number of important public works undertaken between 1667 and 1670, such as the Citadel, or the creation of the Courtiers of St. Andrew Copyright and La Madeleine, enabled the king to gradually gain the confidence of his new subjects in Lille, some of whom continued to feel Flemish, though they had always spoken the Romance Picard language. For 5 years, from 1708 to 1713, the city was occupied by the Dutch, during the War of the Spanish Succession. Throughout the 18th century, Lille remained profoundly Catholic. It took little part in the French Revolution, though there were riots and the destruction of churches. In 1790, the city held its first municipal elections. After the French Revolution, in 1792, in the aftermath of the French Revolution, the Austrians, then in the United Provinces, laid siege to Lille. The Column of the Goddess, erected in 1842 in the Grand Place, is a tribute to the city's resistance, led by Mayor Frana Section Y Andra Copyright Bonte. Although Austrian artillery destroyed many houses and the main church of the city did not surrender and the Austrian army left after 8 days. The city continued to grow, and by 1800 held some 53,000 residents, leading to Lille becoming the county seat of the Nord-Pas Copyright Department in 1804. In 1846, a rail line connecting Paris and Lille was built. At the beginning of the 19th century, Napoleon's continental blockade against the United Kingdom led to Lille's textile industry developing itself even more fully. The city was known for its cotton, and the nearby towns of Roubaix and Tourcoing worked wool. In 1853, Alexandre de Rousseau composed his famous lullaby P'tit Quinquin. In 1858, an imperial decree led to the annexation of the adjacent towns of Fives, Osems, and Moulins. Lille's population was 158,000 in 1872, growing to over 200,000 by 1891. In 1896 Lille became the first city in France to be led by a socialist, Gustave Delory. By 1912, Lille's population was at 217,000. The city profited from the Industrial Revolution, particularly via coal and the steam engine. The entire region had grown wealthy thanks to the mines and to the textile industry. First World War. Between October 13, 1914, the troops in Lille were able to trick the enemy by convincing them that Lille possessed more artillery than was the case. In reality, the city had only a single cannon. Despite the deception, the German bombardments destroyed over 2,200 buildings and homes. When the Germans realized they had been tricked, they burned down an entire section of town, subsequently occupying the city. Lille was liberated by the British on October 17, 1918, when General Sir William Birdwood and his troops were welcomed by joyous crowds. The general was made an honorary citizen of the city of Lille on October 28 of that year. Lille was also the hunting ground of World War I German flying ace Max Immelmann, who was nicknamed the Eagle of Lille. The Anna copywriters Falls, the Great Depression, and the Popular Front. In July 1921, at the Pasteur Institute in Lille, Albert Calmette and Camille Gouet copyright discovered the first anti-tuberculosis vaccine, known as BCG. The Opera copyright Ras de Lille, designed by Lille architect Louis M. Cordonnier, was dedicated in 1923. From 1931 Lille felt the repercussions of the Great Depression, and by 1935 a third of the city's population lived in poverty. In 1936, the city's mayor, Roger Salengro, became Minister of the Interior of the Popular Front, eventually killing himself after right-wing groups led a slanderous campaign against him. Second World War. During the Battle of France, Lille was besieged by German forces for several days. When Belgium was invaded, the citizens of Lille, still marked by the events of the First World War, began to flee the city in large numbers. Lille was part of the zone under control of the German commander in Brussels, and was never controlled by the Vichy government in France. Lille was instead controlled under the military administration in northern France. The dark copyright departments of Nord-Pas de Calais were, for the most part, liberated in 5 days, from September 1 to 5, 1944, by British, American, Canadian, and Polish troops. On September 3, the German troops began to leave Lille, fearing the British, who were on their way from Brussels. The city was retaken with little resistance when the British tanks arrived. Rationing came to an end in 1947, and by 1948 normality had returned to Lille. Post-war to the present. In 1967, the Chambers of Commerce of Lille, Roubaix and Tourcoing were joined, and in 1969 the Communauté Copyright Urbaine de Lille was created, linking 87 communes with Lille. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, the region was faced with some problems after the decline of the coal, mining and textile industries. From the start of the 1980s, the city began to turn itself more towards the service sector. In 1983, the VAL, the world's first automated rapid transit underground network, was opened. In 1993, a high-speed TGV train line was opened, connecting Paris with Lille in 1 hour. This, with the opening of the Channel Tunnel in 1994 and the arrival of the Eurostar train, put Lille at the center of a triangle connecting Paris, London and Brussels. Work on Eurolille, an urban remodeling project, began in 1991. The Eurolille Centre was opened in 1994, and the remodeled district is now full of parks and modern buildings containing offices, shops and apartments. In 1994 the Grand Palais was also opened. Lille was elected European Capital of Culture in 2004, along with the Italian city of Genoa. Lille and Roubaix were impacted by the 2005 riots which affected all of France's urban centres. Climate: Lille can be described as having a temperate oceanic climate. Summers do not reach high temperatures, but winters can fall below zero temperatures. Precipitation is above average year-round. The table below gives average temperatures and precipitation levels for the 1981 to 2010 reference period. Economy: a former major mechanical, food industry and textile manufacturing center as well as a retail and finance center, Lille forms the heart of a large conurbation, regrouping Lille, Roubaix, Tourcoing and Villeneuve-d'Ascq, which is France's fourth largest urban conglomeration with a 1999 population of over 1.1 million. Revenues and taxes: for centuries, Lille, a city of merchants, has displayed a wide range of incomes. Great wealth and poverty have lived side by side, especially until the end of the 1800s. This contrast was noted by Victor Hugo in 1851 in his poem Les Cas Sentiments, à Caves de Lille. On mute sous vos plafonds de Paris. A. Employment. Employment in Lille has switched over half a century from a predominant industry to tertiary activities and services. Services account for 91% of employment in 2006. Employment in Lille has loomed from 1968 to 2006. Employment per categories in 1968 and in 2006. Unemployment in active population from 1968 to 2006. Enterprises. In 2007, Lille hosts around 21,000 industry or service sites. Enterprises as per December 31, 2007. Main sites. Lille features an array of architectural styles with various amounts of Flemish influence, including the use of brown and red brick. In addition, many residential neighborhoods, especially in Greater Lille, consist of attached to a Euro 3-story houses aligned in a row, with narrow gardens in the back. These architectural attributes, many uncommon in France, help make Lille a transition in France to neighboring Belgium, as well as nearby Netherlands and England, where the presence of brick, as well as row houses or the terraced house is much more prominent. Points of interest include, Lille Cathedral, Citadel of Lille, Palais des Beaux-Arts de Lille, Jardin botanique de la Faculté copyright de pharmacie, Jardin botanique Nicolas Boullé, Jardin des Plantes de Lille, La Braderie. Lille hosts an annual braderie on the first Sunday in September. Its origins date back to the 12th century and between 2 and 3 million visitors are drawn into the city. It is one of the largest gatherings of France and the largest flea market in Europe. Many of the roads in the inner city are closed and local shops, residents and traders set up stalls in the street. Gallery. Transport, public transport. The Lille Métropole has a mixed-mode public transport system, which is considered one of the most modern in the whole of France. It comprises buses, trams and a driverless metro system, all of which are operated under the Transpole name. The Lille Metro is a VAL system that opened on May 16, 1983, becoming the first automatic metro line in the world. The metro system has 2 lines, with a total length of 45 kilometers and 60 stations. The tram system consists of 2 interurban tram lines, connecting central Lille to the nearby communities of Roubaix and Tourcoing, and has 45 stops. 68 urban bus routes cover the metropolis, 8 of which reach into Belgium. Railways. Lille is an important crossroads in the European high-speed rail network. It lies on the Eurostar line to London. The French TGV network also puts it only 1 hour from Paris, 35 minutes from Brussels and other major centres in France such as Marseille, Lyon, and Toulouse further away. It has 2 railway stations, which stand next door to one another, Lille Europe Station, which primarily serves high-speed trains and international services, and Lille Flanders Station, which primarily serves lower-speed regional trains and regional Belgian trains. Highways. 5 autoroutes pass by Lille, the densest confluence of highways in France after Paris. Autoroute A27 à Lille Euro-Tournai Euro-Brussels/Liège Euro-Germany, Autoroute A23 à Lille Euro-Valenciennes, Autoroute A1 à Lille Euro-Arras Euro-Paris/Reims Euro-Lyon/All copyright Anne/Le Havre, Autoroute A25 à Lille Euro-Dunkirk Euro-Calais Euro-England/North Belgium, Autoroute A22 à Lille Euro-Antwerp Euro-Netherlands, A61 Euro. The proposed A24 Euro will link Amiens to Lille if built, but there is opposition to its route. Air traffic. Lille-Esquin International Airport is 15 minutes from the city centre by car. In terms of shipping, it ranks 4th, with almost 38,000 tons of freight which pass through each year. Its passenger traffic, around 1.2 million a year in 2010, is modest due to the proximity to Brussels and Paris CDG airports. The airport mostly connects other French and European cities as well as Mediterranean destinations. Waterways. Lille is the 3rd largest French river port after Paris and Strasbourg. The River Deûle is connected to regional waterways with over 680 km of navigable waters. The dealer connects to Northern Europe via the River Scarpe and the River Scheldt, and internationally via the Lys River. Shipping statistics, education. With over 110,000 students, the metropolitan area of Lille is one of France's top student cities. With roots back from 1562 to 1793 as University of Douai, then as Université Copyright and par Copyright Rijsel in 1808, the State Université Copyright of Lille was established in Lille in 1854 with Louis Pasteur as the first dean of its Faculty of Sciences. A School of Medicine and an engineering school were also established in Lille in 1854. The Université Copyright de Lille was united as the association of existing public faculties in 1887 and was split into 3 independent university campus in 1970, including Université Copyright de Lille I, also referred to as Université Copyright des Sciences et Technologies de Lille, Université Copyright de Lille II with law, management, sports and medical faculties, Université Copyright Charles de Gaulle Lille III with humanities and social sciences courses. The Arts et Marts Copyright Tiers Paris Tech, an engineering graduate school of industrial and mechanical engineering, settled in Lille in 1900. This campus is one of the 8 teaching and research centre of the school. Its creation was decided by Pierre-Nicolas Legrand de la Copyright Rent. École Centrale de Lille is one of the 5 central graduate schools of engineering in France. It was founded in Lille City in 1854. Its graduate engineering education and research centre was established as Institut Industriel du Nord in 1872. In 1968 it moved in a modern campus in Lille suburb. A Permis École Nationale Super Copyright Rijsel de Chimie de Lille was established as Institut de Chimie de Lille in 1894 supporting chemistry research as followers of Kalman's breakthrough works in Lille. Schema Business School established in 1892 is ranked among the top business schools in France. A Permis École pour l'informatique et les nouvelles technologies settled in Lille in 2009. ESME Sutria and d'Arts Up settled in Lille in 2012. The ESA a Permis École Super Copyright Rijsel des Affaires is a business management school established in Lille in 1990. IEP Sciences Po Lille Political Studies Institute was established in Lille in 1992. The Institut Super Copyright Rijsel Europa Copyright Ende Formation par l'Action is also located in Lille. The Institut Super Copyright Rijsel Europa Copyright Ende Gestion Group established in Lille in 1988. The European Doctoral College Lille Nord de France is headquartered in Lille Metropolis and includes 3,000 PhD doctorate students supported by university research laboratories. The Université Copyright Catholique de Lille was founded in 1875. Today it has law, economics, medicine, physics faculties and schools. Among the most famous is Institut Catholique des Arts Copyright is founded in 1898. Ranked 20th among engineering schools, with the specificity of graduating polyvalent engineers. École des Hautes Copyright Études Copyright a School of Engineering founded in 1885 and offering 10 fields of specialization. A Permis École des Hautes Copyright Études Commerciales du Nord founded in 1906. IESEG and Schema Business School currently ranked within the top 5, the top 10 and top 15 business schools in France, respectively. In 1924 ESJ a leading journalism school was established. Notable people from Lille, writers, scientists and mathematicians, artists, politicians, professionals and military, sportspeople. Sports, the city's most major association football club, Lille OSC, currently plays in Ligue 1, the highest level of football in France. The club has won 8 major national trophies and regularly feature in the UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League. In the 2010 Euro 11 season, Lille won the league and cup double. International relations. Twin towns are Euro sister cities, Lille is twinned with, see also, Andra copyright by Z. Lindet, references. Sources, Cataxony, Far copyright Lixpool. Delina copyright Galita copyright Social dans une grande ville industrielle, Le Drame de Lille de 1850 and 1914. Lille, a Permis Editions Universitaires, Université Copyright de Lille 3. ISBN A2-85939-041-3 Cogtif. Lille, Dun Miller Copyright Nera Lautre. ISBN A2-213-60456-8 Dispatcher, Perrin. Le Patrimoine des Communes du Nord. ISBN A2-84234-119-8 De Hamel, Jean-Marie. Lille, Traces d'Histoire. Les Patrimoines. La Voix du Nord. ISBN A2-84393-079-0 Gare Copyright Rad, Alain. Les Grands de Lille. Perrin. ISBN A2-262-00743-8 Le Gillon, Paulette. Dion, Jacqueline. Lille a portrait d'un site copyright. Axial A, Lotin, Alain. Lille a Euro de a Lille mar copyright Tripole. Histoire des villes du Nord. La Voix du Nord. ISBN A2-84393-072-3 Metrot, Eric. Carey, Sylvie. Lille Secret et Insolite. Les Beaux Jours. ISBN A2-35179-011-1 Marchand, Philippe. Histoire de Lille. John Paul Guisret. ISBN A2-87747-645-6 Catherine, Monet. Lille a portrait d'un ville. Jacques Marseille. ISBN A2-914967-02-0 Paris, Didier. Mons, Dominique. Lille mar copyright Tripole, Laboratoire du Renouveau Urbain. Parentheses. ISBN A978-2-86364-223-8 Parard, Pierre. Lille, Dictionnaire Clés d'Histoire. Stock. ISBN A2-234-01135-3 Visma Copyright E, Guanal. Lille mar copyright Comnu. Jinglers. ISBN A2-915807-56-6 External links. Lille, the most Flemish of French cities. Official French website. Official website in English. European Capital of Culture 2004, Lille at DMOZ, Proposal for Lille Expo 2017.